Just a few months ago, I finished building this shop and put down this beautiful textured floor. This is a PVC material that really helps kind of the impact resistance and just the noise in here, but it's made picking up dirt really hard. So I reached out to VEVOR. They've been a great partner of my channel for a while and said, do you have anything that could help me clean this up that maybe I could take a look at? And this is what they suggested. It's a 15-inch push sweeper, which I didn't even know existed until a couple months ago. Really cool design. It's got these brushes on the front that look like the brushes on a street sweeper. It all collects in a bin in the middle, and these wheels on the back right here, these plastic wheels, when they rotate the brushes around front. And really all you have to do is treat it like a lawnmower for your shop. You push things around, pick things up, and when you're done, it's all deposited in this section right here. Really easy to pick up and take to the garbage can. You'll see all the dirt and dust I've been picking up this morning. In it, I've already dumped out a few loads, and it does fit into the mouth of a regular trash can really nice. It's got a rubber gasket down here, a handle right up top, so it's easy to pick up and then easy to place back inside. But because this is such a simple product, I thought I would take you through a few different things. First off, I'm going to show you a test. We're going to simulate some messes around the shop. I'll show you not just how it works, but how well it works. You can see for yourself. But I'm also going to help you assemble it, show you how it comes out of the box and how easy it is to put together. So let's go ahead and get to that. Let's not waste any more time. And at the end, I'll give you my overall rating and recommendation for this product. Okay, to demo a real mess, I've got a certain nutty breakfast cereal here. I'm just gonna pour some of that out on the ground and give you an idea of just how wholly and completely this thing sweeps up the debris underneath it. Let's hit it. Nothing special here, one pass. Okay, we've got some crushing going on here. We'll take another pass here. Pretty complete. I mean, check it out. It doesn't just push this stuff around. It actually sweeps up the debris underneath and the fine dust underneath it here. You notice that some of them were crushed and there was some dust. It's picked up all of that dust. I think it does a really good job. Let's hit it one more time just for posterity. Excuse me. What are you doing? You getting in on this? All right. Not much left behind, just a little. Coming backwards, picking up some of the crumbs. That's one thing you have to realize is it will not pick up backwards. So you kind of have to only go forward. And here's a good opportunity. It crushed a few of these Cheerios, so you can kind of see much smaller loose debris. Look how good of a job it does on that. Something is ground up into dust. Look how good of a job it does on that. And then all of your Cheerios, all your debris is inside here, easy to throw in the wastebasket. And just one more thing I want to show you as a test. I have mistakenly called this a 15-inch sweeper earlier, and that's because the distance between this brush and this brush in the middle is about 15 inches, but they call this a 25-inch sweeper, the distance from the outside of each one of these. So I want to test how much debris it will pull in from the outside so you can see it in my close-up cam here. Where will it pull debris from? Because I'm skeptical that it pulls from all the way outside. I mean, it does kind of move things toward the middle. You can kind of see that, but I'll hit it one more time. You can kind of see it really does kind of pull from the outside. Sometimes it misses them, but I would say you can count on about half of that brush to push things toward the center. And again, look at how good of a job it does on this large debris. I've never really swept up debris that was that large with this, but it's a good example, a visual example of the job it does. And overall, I'm really pleased.
All right, so let's quickly go through the assembly process. Right here, you're looking at everything that came in the box just as it came. If you take the bin off of the unit, you're gonna find the brushes inside connected to a couple cardboard pieces. If you remove those, then you can flip the unit on its side or its back. You can set those brushes in place. They kind of hold themselves there while you grab the plastic pieces that simply go in and with a quarter turn lock into place. There are little icons on there that tell you which direction to turn them, so they're easy to put on and easy to take off. Then you're going about the business of installing the handle. There are some large green wing nuts on the bottom that allow you to easily screw them in, and then the top portion fits on that with bolts that go through the handle, and then some washers that kind of flatten it there against the circular bar, and then a green quick release tab there on the outside. Then you just adjust the handle to your preferred angle or height, and you're ready to go.
All right, so I'm trying something new here on the channel to give you the most information about the products I review as possible, and I've developed a 50-point performance index. That means 5 different categories, 10 points each on a 1 to 10 scale. I guess you could say 0 to 10 scale. And then I'll give you my overall rating for this product. Those 5 categories are build quality and design, performance and function, ease of use or setup, features and innovation, and then finally, value for the money. So let's talk about how the VEVOR 15-inch manual push broom stacks up in all 5 categories. All right, for build quality and design, it's really a lightweight product. I mean, it doesn't weigh very much at all. You can easily pick it up and move it around, and that's kind of the point. Even though these poles are a little lightweight for me, I would like to see the handle a little thicker, and that would make it maybe a little more comfortable to move around. I can't fault the overall build quality on it, though it is on the lightweight side. So I'm gonna give it an 8 for build quality and design. And as for performance and function, well, you saw how it worked. I'm really impressed with what it does and what it is. I think it does exactly what it is supposed to. So for performance, I'm gonna give it a 9. Then for ease of use and assembly or setup, it's obviously easy to use. There's nothing to it. All you have to do is push it and it picks things up. But for assembly, it was a little bit finicky. I would give a 10 to something that took me about a minute to set up. This took 7 to 10 minutes, not hard at all, but I am going to give this a 7 on ease of use and setup. So it's kind of hard to score something that only does one thing on features and innovation. So instead of features, I'm gonna lean toward innovation. And even though it's not high technology, it's just a sweeper, I think it does what it does extremely well. And this is not something that I knew existed. It's kind of like a simple innovation. So like, oh, I should have thought of that sort of thing. So I'm gonna give it a 9 for features and innovation because it just makes sense and it works the way it should. And then finally, let's talk about value for the money. And I know it's hard to talk about specifics because prices are always changing, but this is less than $100. I think it could be a little bit better on price, something that's a little more on the lightweight side. I'd like to see it maybe 20% less expensive, but overall less than $100 for something that's probably going to work and last for a long time because there's no real technology to break. It's just mechanical, it's simple. The brushes can be replaced, I would assume. So I'm gonna give it a 7 for value and price. And so if you add all those things up, that gives the VEVOR 25-inch manual shop sweeper a score of 40 out of 50 on our performance index. I think that makes it a good buy, and I do think that it's something that you can be very happy with and use for a long time. I know that I have been happy with it for the last few weeks as I've been using it like crazy. So if you're in the market for something like this, want to keep your shop a little tidier, check this out for yourself. It's something I really think you're gonna like.